Hello, Robotics Notes fans. Happy August 10th. It is 12 a.m. and it's time to watch this little robot. Little? Not little. It's time to watch this very large robot walk around. I hope you're excited. Let's load the save data. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Thursday was cancelled due to rain. Friday also cancelled due to rain. Sky finally clears up 3 days after the robot stood up. It's finally the day of the operation test. Akio's been crazy nervous since this morning, but I'm not worried at all. I head to the old airport as carefree as ever. But I'm shocked by the spectacle that awaits us there. Wait, what's going on? There are people. Lots of people all over the old airport. Not quite as many as the Yurila festival the other day, but a pretty comparable number. There are also around 20 stalls set up with delicious smells wafting from them. Even Mizuka-san is here, selling drinks from a cooler box. There are folks with sheets down and lunchboxes out. There are also old folks who look like they dropped by because they saw something going on. Some kids are looking up at the giant robot and calling it ugly and big while other kids are running around. Some kids from our school are voicing their opinions about how the scarf is dirty and the like. People from JAXA, notably Tenoji-san, are evaluating the robot using all sorts of technical lingo. Anyway, the only one thing is for certain. Everyone in attendance is watching the robot and excitedly waiting for it to move. That's right, everyone came to see the Robot Club's robot. Probably because there's not much of the form of entertainment on this island. But who told everyone about it? Only the Robot Club members should know that there's an operations test today. Yo! The young heroes of the Robot Club have finally arrived. Boing-chan! Our sponsor comes lumbering over to us. He's got a huge smile and seems to be in high spirits. I put out an advertisement with huge impact for this most important day of days. Just take a look. He points to a flyer with an outdated looking design. This is... I had Nanachi newspaper run ads today. Of course we'd get this many people showing up. There are reporters here too. It'll be the front page news of tomorrow, along with that huge Space Candy Company sticker. Anyways, all that's left is for y'all to impress. Move that big boy around and amaze everyone. I've got big expectations. I'll be watching from my VIP seat. And with all that said, Sumiyoshi finally leaves. By the way, the VIP seat he referred to is just a table under a tent, like you'd see at a school sports festival. Didn't expect there to be so many people. It's okay to cancel. This is just our first test, which means there's a chance something could malfunction. Hee-ho-ha. I thought she was anxiously shaking, but she starts chuckling instead. Is she actually trembling with excitement? What are you saying, Kai? Storm and surge, blast of spirit, gun virile, Jakin. She starts shouting all of a sudden. I've been waiting for this moment. Now we can show everyone what we've got. We can reclaim the glory of the Robot Club. I'm getting pumped. Super duper pumped up. She thrusts her finger up at the sun shining down at us from above. She hasn't even considered the possibility of a failure. She's totally getting ahead of herself. Don't blame me if something goes wrong. Alright. Robot Club assemble. Wait. Are Subaru and Fraubo not here again? As per usual, the pair are MIA. The only Robot Club members gathered in front of the hangar are Akiho, JUNNA, and myself. That reminds me! It's JUNNA's birthday today! Happy birthday, JUNNA! Jun! Woo! Happy birthday! And Michi, of course. I'm sure those two have their reasons. Subaru's working in secret from his dad, so he can't ever appear where there's a crowd. As for Frau, well, she never shows up anyway, so... But today's such an important day for us. This is the kind of event where everyone needs to come together. Shared memories, man. Isn't that what friends are for? Am I wrong? Kinky couldn't always said, if everyone works together, you have 100 times the spirit. Akio raises her fist into the air, alone. Maybe we should at least drag Fraubo out here. I get how you feel, but we'd start getting booed if we make the audience wait for too long. The operation test has long lost its original purpose. This isn't a test, it's a reveal ceremony. Thus, the schedule is no longer at our convenience. We have to follow the whims of the audience. People on the island are easygoing and relaxed, so they're still doing as they please and enjoying themselves. But if we make them wait for hours, they're gonna start getting restless. So we need to hurry up and get this thing going and wrap up so folks can disperse quickly. I really don't like this, but I want to get Gun Build 1 moving ASAP. We already had to delay for 2 days because of the rain, so I'm itching to go. Alright, forget the folks who didn't show up. Let's get this operation test moving. I'm glad she came to a decision and all, but we haven't actually decided on how to move forward. Only things we gotta do are have the pilot get inside, start up the power, and press the walking buttons. Walking buttons? For advancing and turning. If you hold it down, it'll keep walking forward. The turn button makes it rotate in place. It stops when you let it go. That's all. I know you keep calling the operator a pilot, but it's actually not that difficult. Or I know I keep calling. My bad. Those are the only 2 buttons in the cockpit. Then hey, anyone could do it. Looks at Michi, including JUNNA or Michi. So, JUNNA is acting more timid than usual today. She's totally avoiding looking up at the robot. It's obvious that she can barely stand up. Who's gonna ride Model 1-kun? I can't. A robot that tall is, too scary. I've known for a while now that JUNNA is terrified. But the only one with the stamina to climb that rope ladder is you, Jun. Rope ladder? I look towards the robot's back in surprise. Aside from the giant scarf, there's something else hanging off the robot. It's dirty and moist from the rain. The thing in question is a rope ladder hanging from the cockpit hatch on the back. Someone needs to climb up that? Nope. No way. Impossible. It takes skill just to climb a rope ladder. Nobody could climb 8 meters up that thing without any practice. It's obviously impossible for me, never mind someone with a weak mental strength like JUNNA and forget Frau. Then instead, let's have Michi. Before Akio can announce a substitute pilot, I make my own nomination. Speaking of Michi, he wasn't even listening to our conversation. He's been recording the festival on his phone droid. Wait, you want me to pilot that thing? What? Akio is clearly displeased. You're the first president of the Robot Club. And you've been involved with the gun build project from the start. I personally don't think anyone else is more suited than you. Plus, only someone strong could climb that rope ladder. Someone like you, Michi. Heck yeah. I've been doing weight training. But I really think it should be a student who pilots it. There's not a single robot club member who can climb that rope ladder. Jun can. Even if she somehow gets inside, Jun-chan won't be able to do anything in her current state. I'm sorry. By the by, I have my own excuse. Listen well, this is a good example for you to follow in the future. I actually slept in an awkward position yesterday, so I can't move my neck. What? That's that. Alright? Remember kids, you gotta grow up to be Japanese people who can say no. Pro tip. Useless. This delinquent teacher is completely useless. Then it's settled. Kai's the pilot. No chance. See, Michi? I'm putting your most recent pro tip to use by saying no. If you want me to get in that robot, face me in a match. If you win, fine. I'll pilot it. If you win. Hey, are the kids ready yet? I can hear our sponsor urging us on from his VIP seat. This is bad, guys. Uncle is getting impatient. If you don't do something, Sakurajimi will explode. Jima, not Jimmy. What's that supposed to mean? When Uncle gets mad, his face turns all pink. I like to compare it to Sakurajima. Remember that. Cheers for the useless info. Mitsuhiko, get over here. After getting called by Sumiyoshi, Michi awkwardly trots over to the VIP seat. I guess he really did sleep in a bad position. Crap. Now then. This is unexpected. I'm back to square one. There's nobody here who can pilot the robot. Which means we can't move it. Akio holds her head and starts to rack her brain. Even after being disqualified, Junna is curled up and shrunk back in fear. If Misane was here, she'd totally be up for the task. Hey! Michi immediately turns to us. Or, what? Where did I get to us? Michi immediately returns. He has an old megaphone in his hands. He suddenly hands it to Akiho. Uncle said you gotta greet everyone, little Sonomiya. Wait, what? You know, like announcing what's gonna happen. You can keep it short, but it's a big moment, so make it good. Once that's done, Daitaku's gonna perform a kata. Junna starts shaking her head with extreme force. Her face quickly goes pale. If you can't do it, you gotta be the one to tell Uncle. Junna immediately staggers off towards the VIP seats. Listen up, little Sonomiya. Your teacher has a pro tip for getting over nervousness. Draw the kanji character for a person 3 times. No, 5 times in the palm of your hand. Then eat it. It's not a pro tip, Michi. Akio stares at the megaphone for a little while. Then, I got this. I'll go and do it. Wait, Aki-chan, what are we gonna do about the pilot issue? It'll all be fine. She answers with a smile, then puffs out her chest and walks towards the robot. Everyone, thank you for accepting our invitation and gathering here from far and wide, and, crap, she's really tripping over her words. Awesome! You got this. Just move it already. So lame. Yo, we've been waiting. I'm Akio Sonomiya, head of the Central Tanegashima High Robot Research Club. General Course, Class 3-2. This robot was built by us over the course of 9 years. It's a giant bipedal robot of love and justice. Love and justice? Really? That's the first time I've ever heard it described like that. Its official name is Prototype Model 1 of the Let's Create a Life-Size Version of Gun Barrel project. Please feel free to call it Gun Barrel, Gun Build 1, or Prototype Model 1. Any of these are fine. This is our first operation test. Our pilot will board the robot, turn on the power, and perform the walking checks. What else should I say? The Gun Build 1 was designed by my older sister, Misaki Sonomiya. Anyway, please enjoy yourselves. What a mess of speech. Not that it matters. What's she gonna do about the pilot? I watch anxiously as I see Akio hand the megaphone to Michi, then grab onto the rope ladder. Wait! I rush over to stop Akio just as she attempts to start climbing. Aki-chan, what the hell are you doing? I figured I'd pilot it. I've always wanted to pilot a robot, you know. If nobody else will do it, then I might as well. Hee-ho. You know I can't allow that. Oh, come on, it'll be fine. Today's just a simple test. Plus, I know Gun Build 1 better than anyone else in the club. You can't. I won't let you go. But there's nobody else. Don't worry about it. I've watched pretty much every robot anime in history. I got a feel for this. When I switch the power on in the cockpit, I'll even say, look at that, it's on. Hee-ho. It's not the problem. What if there's an accident? There won't be an accident. Oh, and if you climb the rope ladder dressed like that, everyone will see your panties. Akio hurriedly lets go of the rope ladder and holds down her skirt. I didn't think of that. I need to change into my work clothes. She seriously still intends on piloting this thing after what I said. Fine, whatever, I'll do it. Wait, but... I don't want to, but better me than you. If I die, I want to be cremated with my phone droid and kill Ballad. You won't die, Gun Build 1 will walk just fine. Whatever you say. It's nothing less trustworthy than the words that come out of Akiho's mouth. By the way, got any candy? Candy? Oh, yeah, I do. Akio takes out a single space candy from her skirt pocket. Secretly took one from the VIP seats earlier. Akio hands me the candy. I'll pay you back later. Also, take this, the starter key. She hands me what looks like a car key. Go get him, Kai. Make Gun Build 1 walk. All I'm gonna do is press a few buttons. I'm not doing that much. I sigh, then grab a hold of the rope ladder. After I struggle, I manage to get up the ladder and tumble into the cockpit. Jeez, it's hot in here. I used every bit of my stamina to climb that ladder and I'm soaked in sweat. Now I gotta deal with this heat. It's like a goddamn steam bath in here. Cockpit is a cylindrical shape, so it's like I'm in the drum that's been left out under the blazing sun. What just fell? Oh. That's annoying. Sorry, everybody. Of course it'd be hot. I feel the sweat beating up on my forehead. It drips down and stains the area below my feet. But the heat isn't the only problem. Feels like the wind is shaking the whole machine. I recall the terror of climbing up that metal tower about 10 days back, and I get goosebumps despite the heat. Sure does seem like I've been in all sorts of high spots lately. My chest kind of hurts. What the hell? What's up with that? Just gonna take some breaths, everybody. My chest kind of hurty. That's my squeaky chair. You like it? Alright, I'm back. Good grief, I'm sick of this. My first priority is to control my breathing. I wouldn't want to have another attack in a situation like this. Then I take a second look around the cockpit. The interior is simple. There's a car seat installed right in the center. There's also a viewing window, a keyhole, and the 2 buttons that Akiho told me about. The psychological pressure is insane. I can't even stand up straight in the cockpit. Ooh. I'm gonna move my mic. Sorry about that. Need to bend over a little lest my head hit the ceiling. Huh? I got nervous from the sudden sound, but it's just my phone droid getting a call. Answer call. Kai, how's it going? It's hot. Maybe I should have installed a fan. I'll look into it for next time. This isn't something a fan can fix. Make sure you fasten your seatbelt. By seatbelt, she means the 4-point harness. I sit securely in the seat and the viewport is in the perfect position. I can see straight outside. I can also just barely see in front of Gunbuild 1's feet. I wish I could see the tips of its feet, though. Let me go over the console with you. From the left side, there's the starter keyhole, the walk button, and the turn button. That's all. Simple enough. If you put the key I gave you into the keyhole and turn it, it'll start the engine. You'll only move while you're pressing the walk button or the turn button. Let them go to stop. If you feel like something's off, either stop movement or cut the power. Come on now, I'd appreciate it if you didn't say scary stuff like that. Sorry. Let's just get started. I'm about to be steamed alive. Good grief. Didn't I tell myself I'd never ride in this thing? How did I get here? I know I made a promise. I'm being relying? Come on, read. Being relied on. But having to shave time off my own life for that? Sure got the raw end of the deal on this one. Anyway, leave the call connected. Start up the engine at my signal. Put the space candy I received earlier into my mouth. And stick the key into the keyhole. Alright everyone, we'll now be starting up Gunbuild 1. It's the I May Be Stupid template. If you don't know what that image is, then what I just said sounds really weird. I hear Akiho shouting from the megaphone outside. Beginning countdown. 3, 2, 1. Gunbuild 1 activates. Timed to her voice, I turn the key. This thing's powered by a diesel engine. I heard they reused one from a truck. A real live truck. According to Akiho, it's almost 30 years old. Jesus. Sound and vibration are nuts. The engine is right under the cockpit to boot. Akiho's saying something, but I can't hear her due to the engine noise. Huh? What did you just say? Countdown! Walk! I'm just barely able to make out her voice. I guess we're going right into the walking test. I stick my thumb up to acknowledge at the phone droid screen to give my sign of acknowledgement. This thing's not gonna topple over, right? Subaru pointed out the possibility in painful detail. Fortunately, if it toppled over here, the audience is a ways away, so there wouldn't be any casualties. Though I doubt I'd make it out in one piece. The upper body is pretty much paper mache. There are no safety features like shock absorbers. I'm basically inside a drum can mounted on top of moving legs. If it fell over at full force, wouldn't the cockpit be crushed with me inside? That'd be the end of my story. Shit, it's so noisy. The engine is annoyingly loud. If you feel like something's off, cut the power. I want to do that right this instant. Since I'm already inside, I might as well see this through the end. By my estimate, it's 2-8 in favor of my loss. But even with those odds, sometimes you gotta fight. If I die here, I swear to God I'm haunting Akiho. Countdown. I gulp loudly. 3. I take several deep breaths and attempt to force myself to calm down. Doesn't work. My heart rate is skyrocketing. 2. I put my right thumb over the walk button. 1. Gun build 1. Advance. I press the walk button. The engine starts to roar. Gun build 1's entire body jolts. Come on, you hunk of junk. Take a step. Sorry, I see something. Sorry about that. Gamers. Take a step. God damn it. What is this thing? It's like a fuzzy on my microphone. But it's like really annoying. And it won't come off. Get off, you twerp. There we go. It'll be back in a few minutes. Whoa, what's that? A loud noise bellows from beneath my feet. There's another one. Son of a bitch. I'm not gaming right now. The shaking starts slowly, then grows more and more intense. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. In fact, that I can't see what's happening is terrifying. Aki-chan, what's going on? Everything's okay. But the noise is crazy. It's fine. Doesn't sound fine. Are you trying to kill me? Desperately want to cut the power. I cut it and then immediately crawl out of this metal coffin. Yeah. I clench my teeth hard. Is this thing really walking? As I fight off the intense fear assaulting me, I keep my trembling thumb down on the walk button. Michi POV. Everyone's gathered at the airport is rendered speechless. The roar of a diesel engine reverberates throughout this tranquil landscape, along with the shrill scraping sound of metal against asphalt. The gazes of several hundred people lock on Gunbarrel Prototype Model 1 as it walks. The giant robot that Big Sonomi had designed 9 years ago. It's really walking. It's walking, but it's so slow. A kid's voice from the audience isn't the only one. The speechless crowd gradually starts to make noise. Look up from my phone droid recording video to glance around. Sharp pain runs through my neck. Crap, I forgot about the awkward position I slept in last night. Can't turn my head like this, so I have to physically rotate my entire body to get a look around. I'm just like a hobby robot or Model 1 over there. It doesn't turn its body or head, it rotates its entire body. What the heck? Is it actually moving? I think it's just really slow. Ha. This is awful. Go faster. Are you even trying? I mean, this is the Robot Club after all. Can you even call that walking? The spread of disappointment and mockery is perfectly clear. This ain't no good. I end up voicing my honest thoughts too. It's okay, you won't fall over. I believe in you. Show them the machine specs. Blech. Show them that the machine specs aren't the deciding factor in battle. Little Sinomiya is shouting over and over at her phone droid with Yashio on screen. It's slow. It's just way too slow. If I were to liken it to an animal, it'd be like a sloth or maybe a snail. I let out a yawn. I'm getting sleepy just watching it. Model 1's movement is too sluggish. I think about 2 minutes have passed since it started moving its left leg forward. It hasn't even advanced 1 meter. How many minutes does it take to finish a single step? Even an old granny in the audience with a twisted hip could walk faster. Plus, Model 1 isn't even lifting its leg. No matter how you slice it, it's not walking. It's dragging its leg. Because of that, the bottom of its foot is scraping against the asphalt, making a horrible noise. Then, Model 1 stops moving. Comes to a standstill with its left leg forward. Instead, the right leg now slowly starts to move. Guess it finally finished a step. It took over 2 minutes to go from standing to taking 1 step. Now it's going to take about 4 minutes for the next. It really is slow. Too slow. The motors must not be powerful enough. Even an amateur like me can tell. We knew that from the start. Doc said as much. Little Sinomiya doesn't avert her eyes, watching over Model 1 as it moves. That's the limit of our budget. The durability of the materials, the strength of the magnets. This is the best we could do. So it can't go faster? It doesn't have that functionality. What the fuck are you? I'm gonna get these freaking dusty boys. Ow! I dropped my cup. Not my cup, my bottle. It's not a cup. Whatever. I'm mad. Come on, Mitch, you gotta be amazed, right? It's actually walking. Even if it's really slow, it's legit walking. Well, it is amazing. If it were still 9 years ago. But times have changed. Human history is about continual progress. Pro tip. There are videos of high-spec giant robots from all over the world built and funded by huge corporations. No, it's wrong to compare them. But the reality is that everyone expects the same level of quality. This thing might have been built by high schoolers, but given how slow it is, that doesn't matter. It's boring. Though it's not like my students are the ones who gathered a crowd. That's on my uncle. And as expected, the crowd that was holding their breath at the beginning has now grown bored. They all begin looking away from Model 1. Some people have even started packing their things. Dad, I'm bored. Man, I was all hyped for nothing. Hey, move it faster. How long is it gonna stand there? Did it break? Is it not moving anymore? Psh, like a bunch of high schoolers could ever build a robot. Hee-ho-ha-ho-ha. They fought with the student council all this time just for this? I told you, the robot club ain't nothing. It's so lame. Shoot a beam, fly or something. I can tell that little Sinomiya is slowly being crushed under the weight of the audience's reactions. The 9-year dream of the robot club. All she's gained from seeing it through the... I keep dropping the bottle. Oh man. Is laughter and ridicule. In the last month, the club gained 3 members and won a ton of prize money from Robo 1. This might actually be it. I always thought the end was near. Model 1 has been completed. It's walking, generally speaking. We got an offer from JAXA, but little Sinomiya turned it down. Hey, big Sinomiya. What would you think if you saw your little finally reach this moment? After all that hard work. Still don't understand what you meant on the day you founded the Robot Club. I have no idea what to say to my students. 8 years have gone by since then. Hey Michi, about the whole club president thing. Could you do it? What? Why me? That's nuts. You're the one who created the Robot Research Association, Sonomia. You pretty much won Robo 1 alone. That's the only reason we became a legit club. You should be the one leading it. Plus, I'm also in the judo club. And heck, I don't know jack about robot design. I know, but still, can you do it? Yuichi already turned me down. Why? Same reason as you. He said I should do it. Duh, you were the one-woman wrecking crew behind the Robot Association. Nothing would have happened without you. But I don't intend on joining the Robot Club. What? What are you talking about? You worked so hard for this. You've been acting weird these last few months. You're always spacing out and you never hang out anymore. If you need someone to talk to, my ears are open. Heck, it doesn't even have to be me. You've got Yurei and Sayama too. You were so passionate about robots, almost enough to creep us out. Wasn't it your dream to build a giant robot? Hee-ho. Never seen you get so worked up, Michi. You might actually make a good leader. Really? I haven't given up on my passion or my dreams. In fact, compared to a year ago, my passion's only gotten stronger. But at this rate, my dreams are gonna be corrupted. What's that supposed to mean? Tell me in a way I'd understand. Right, I'll get straight to the point. I'm fine with just being an advisor. I'll offer you guys everything I can in a technical sense. With you at the center, I want you guys to make use of my knowledge. You're such a pain in the ass. I know. But I have to do this if I'm ever gonna work through my feelings. Is that so? Michi, take care of the Robot Club for me, okay? Are you telling me to quit the Judo Club? What do I get in return? A free rice ball a day from Mizu's store, from today until graduation in 2 years. Deal! Hee-ho, I knew I could count on you, Michi. Once we're officially made into a club, I'll have you guys start on the giant robot, so be ready! I'm drawing up the blueprints right now. You're acting like a president. I can already see myself just being your errand boy in the future. I'll train you well, so you best work hard. Let me teach you a favorite saying of mine first, President Michi. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I'm snapped back to the present when I hear Model 1's engine start to make noise. Sounding like it's used the last of its strength, it stops completely. Kai, what happened? The engine stopped. Why? On its own? No way. It was an old piece of junk diesel engine. That's all it had left. Listen up. It's time like these when you need to do an overhaul. Then it might come back to life. Pro tip. Good work, Kai, and thanks. You can get out now. This is the end for today, I guess. The audience is going to go home completely disappointed. Big Sonomia was always a perfectionist. She saw Model Kun like this, there's no Model 1 Kun like this, there'd be no way she's pleased. Can they even do anything to improve this hunk of metal? If nothing else, I'll doubt they'll be able to take this thing to the expo. Not enough impact! Oh crap, I think Sakurajima is about to erupt. Fine, I'll face my uncle myself. I may be a teacher, but I'm eternally the Robot Club's errand boy. Ugh, my neck still hurts too. The airport apron is empty, like the commotion during the day never happened. The setting sun casts a long shadow over the robot. After taking 5 minutes to make its way about 3 meters, the robot now stands in silence. With the engine dead, it has to be disassembled and repaired before another test can be done. Akio's been squatting in front of the robot for almost 3 hours now. Aki-chan, let's go home. I'm tired of waiting, so I call out to her. She slowly stands up. But she's still looking at the robot. Hey, Kai. Nobody really truly looked at Gun Build 1, did they? Gone from her voice is the excitement and cheerfulness she had before the test. I've been imagining things every day for the last 3 days. How everyone would be smiling and amazed as Gun Build 1 started to move. Little kids would say they wanted to ride in it. The school and even our VP would finally recognize our club. I thought for sure that's how things would turn out, hee-ho. But it wasn't like that at all. Everyone just hurried to leave. After the robot's engine broke down, Akio explained the situation to the audience, who then left immediately. The only people who stayed were the folks partying from the middle of the day. They didn't care about the robot. It's not your fault, Aki-chan. It's Sumiyoshi's for gathering people here for our first test. Even pros usually aren't hugely successful during their first tests. Yeah, I know, but Misa probably could have done it. I've always been compared to my sister, so I always end up thinking this way. With results like this, I can't help but think maybe it's because I'm not good enough. Misane was a prodigy who could do anything better than most. It can't be easy being her little sister. Here. I press a bottle of Skull I bought against Akio's cheek. It's cold! Drink that and reset your feelings. Reset? It's not like you to be so gloomy. Blast a spirit, right? Yeah. Akio obediently accepts the skull. But you need to consider what the plan is going forward. Subaru told me that you need to pass safety inspections in order to get into the expo. You have 3 choices. Give up on entering and put an end to the robot club. Not happening. Modify the robot. Yeah. Or option 3, accept Jax's proposal and build Model 2 from the ground up. What do you want the most, Aki-chan? Well, until now, your goal was completing that robot over there. And you did that, quality notwithstanding. Don't be mean about it like it's no big deal. You need to ask yourself what you want to do going forward. What do you want in the here and now? What do you want to achieve no matter what? What do you want the most? Akio quietly closes her eyes and thinks to herself. At last, she opens her mouth and speaks. I want Misa to truly see me. No, that's not it. I want to catch up to her. Akio opens her eyes, and I get the sense that the usual shine is returned to them. I want to reach her. Looks like you're sure. That's right, she's sure. I'm relieved to hear the answer I expected. For a long time, Akio has tried her best to catch up to Misane. Wanting to be praised by her. Wanting her sister to truly see her. Wanting to make her sister happy. All of that would just be an extra bonus if she could just catch up to Misane. But by myself, I go nowhere. I'm completely useless. Ain't that what your friends are for? Friends? Hell, you've got a bunch of useful friends now, don't you? I can hardly believe that it was just me and you until last month. Granted, we've all got personality issues, but it's true that their skill is here. If that wall around Misane is too tall for you to get over alone, then work with your friends to get it done. Didn't you say this morning that if we worked together we'd have 100 times the spirit and power or something? I didn't say that. I only said 100 times the spirit. Don't sweat the deets. At the very least, you have Hidaka Subaru and Kona Furugori. Those second years are powerhouses. They already proved that during Robo 1. Plus, you can get Jaxa to help out. Do you really have time to be so hesitant when you're blessed with such a good fortune? Before complaining about your own lack of power, how about making use of whatever you've got around you? Huh? You big jerk. Whoa, hey now. It's been a while since she did that. I'm trying to tell you something important. What's the deal? Because no matter how much I asked you for help before, you always refused. And now you're telling me to work with others? Didn't I get into that robot for you today? Do you know how hellish it was inside that cockpit? I'm grateful, but... Oh, and by the way, my stance is going to be the same as it always is. If you want my help, you gotta beat me at Kill Ballad. You big jerk! I said stop that. I desperately escaped from Akiho's wild hands. I'm getting super hyped. I want to run off into the setting sun. Just like that, the sad-looking girl who was crouching in front of Model 1 3 hours ago is gone. Don't do that, you'll have an attack. It's your fault for getting me all stirred up. I was only trying to comfort you. Good grief. I've given you countless little pushes in the back. This is just another one of those times. Not that you've ever noticed. Of course I noticed. Huh? Really? I noticed, and it makes me super happy. I just don't like how you word it. You always act all high and mighty, Kai. My bad. But if you've noticed, then just accept the push. You're the one who moves forward. Don't put it all on me. Sometimes even I want to stop for a while. Like now. No, but... Oh... Storm and Surge, Blast of Spirit! Sigh. Akio cries out then sighs, displaying a truly extreme change of mood, and then looks back to the robot. Gunbuild 1 looks lonely. You think so? Maybe it'd be happier if we built it a friend. Maybe. I'm not gonna be insensitive and say robots don't have personalities. Even I can read the room on this one. Think back now to how Akio proudly explained the Japanese people see spirits and gods in ordinary objects. But I really did want to bring it to the expo. It's okay. Misane is taking a good look at the finished gun barrel prototype Model 1 in all its ugly, lame glory. When she called me before, she said that she'd read every message we sent her. So I know for a fact that your feelings are reaching her, Akiho. Mizaki POV. Through the monitor is another world. Within the screen is an azure sky unseen in Tokyo. But no matter how much I stretch my hand towards it, I can't reach it. The image is displayed on my phone droid. In it, I see a sight that brings me back in time. I gaze at it absent-mindedly. In the center of the image, there's a large bipedal robot standing hunched over a little. Gunbuild Project Prototype Model 1. It's a crude design with no sense of power behind it. I designed it when I was in school. I see. So it's finally complete. The image was attached to a message that Aki and Kai sent me a few days ago. I've been so busy that I didn't have a chance to look at it until now. Judging by Aki's text, she's really excited. I never thought I'd end up differing from Gunbarrel so much. High school me would be shocked. What's that? Ugh! Sudden voice surprises me. Without my having noticed, my boss, Sawada, is standing behind me. He's looking down at my phone droid with cold eyes that make me think of an insect of some kind. I didn't know you were back, Section Chief. If you told me prior, I would have prepared coffee for you. No need, I just came to retrieve something I forgot. So? Sawada is pushing me to explain the image on the screen. I return my eyes to the phone droid. I scoff. It's nothing, just junk. A ghost from 9 years ago. It's actually a mystery how it ended up so ugly. It's completely different than what I designed. I sigh a little and turn the screen off without any particular strong feelings one way or the other. And that is another episode of Robotics Notes Elite like Animal Crossing. I'll see you tomorrow. And then I think there's a pretty big break. Or maybe, no, maybe I think the big break might be next week, actually. But either way, I'll definitely see you tomorrow. Nochio!